Bring on the fire. Here I am living around crooked politicians and a bunch of non-believing people. God said there's nothing new under the sun, and it's an ongoing sequel. People today are following the same path the Israelites did. They stopped believing and going against what God forbids. Always question his ways and his thoughts. To them, it came to a punishing halt, not letting them enter into this land of milk and honey. They wandered around for about 40 years in the wilderness because they tested God. Isn't that funny? Our problem today is about the same. We should have listened to the Israelites, you'd be ashamed. So I say to the people up higher, you need to bring on the fire. Show these non-believers what is now at hand. Let it rain down upon them so they can better understand that you are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Those that don't believe will be destroyed because they sinned. For those who choose to live under Satan regulation, you better first turn to the book of Revelation, get knowledgeable before Jesus makes his way down here. But if you still don't comprehend the truth, you better fear. So I say to the person up higher, you need to bring on the fire. God is the first, the source of all creation. He is also the last, standing at the end of time. Pick up the Bible and read so you won't be left in the blind. He's come to do away with all things that Satan has brought here. If you didn't get it, he'll make it clear. All you high-paid people at the top making decisions to bring on war, you need to think twice at what you're really asking for. War brings upon many of the problems at hand. For the simple-minded people, they still don't seem to understand. So I say to the person up higher, you need to bring on the fire. Make them see that war brings about bad things, such as starvation, sorrow, and death. If we have this next war, there probably won't be anyone left. I pray that this won't come about, for we have enough problem with diseases. We need to wake up and come together to seize this. If we don't, I say to the person up higher, you need to bring on the fire. I don't want to be around for this. Can you please take me away so I can find my name up on that list? They'll enter me into this beautiful new world where the walls are made of precious stones and the buildings are made of gold. I can sit back and rest my soul and don't have to worry about getting old. And for all the people that don't believe, I think God has been patient indeed. So I say to the person up higher, go ahead and bring on the fire. Right. This rock I thee wed. So now, my brothers and sisters, you're tired of smoking grass. So now you want to smoke the rock at last. Well, before you start fooling with me, let me inform you just how it will be. For I will seduce you, and I'll make you my slave. I send most of your kind straight to their graves. You think you could never be such a disgrace to yourself, family, and friend. You become addicted in the end. You start by helling me one afternoon. Then you will take me in your lungs very soon. And once I have entered into the bloodstream running to their veins, the craving will ultimately drive you insane. For it will only take one time, and then you're all mine. I'm nothing more than cocaine that people snort and shoot in their veins. But when you rock me up, I am now in the purest of form. And now a demon is born. You need lots of money, have you already been told? For I am much more than you than gold. With this rock I thee wed. You'll swindle your own mother for less than $1. You end up an animal, vile and corrupt. You'll mug, rob, and steal. The craving will get so bad you will even kill. For a narcotic's charm, and only feel content when I'm deep in your lungs. One day you'll realize the monster that you've become. Then you'll solemnly promise to leave me alone. With this rock I thee wed. There is no other way. No need to look deep down inside. You'll know that you're hooked. You desperately run to the dealer, and then you welcome me back to your lung once again. And when you return, as I foretold, you ultimately give me your body and your soul. With this rock I thee wed until I'm dead. You give me your morals, your conscience, your heart, and then you'll be mine till death do us part. With this rock, I thee wed. With this rock, I thee wed. See him. Hey God, I'm ready to come home. Trying to show you this is where I belong. Ready to escape this way of sin. I'm so tired of running, ready to put this to an end. I know you hear me calling, calling, calling. The devil's got me tied up and I'm slowly falling. For I'm truly at the worstest point of my lifetime. But I'm hoping and praying that you could be hard but kind. You said, if I confess with thy mouth and believe in thy heart, that thou shalt be saved. And that shall be my start. I'm so tired of having evil ways that I'm steady counting days when I can sprout wings out of my back and fly and meet with you in this great heavenly sky. We can sit down at a table and have bread and wine. Think of all the ways we possibly can find to nurture and bring you all the truth. Spreading this word, especially to the youth, so they can have this long and prosperous road. And you can watch over them and watch their life unfold. So they can go out and give good tidings and bring more sinners out of hiding. Now, we must keep fighting and doing with pain as he builds this gospel chain. As he builds this gospel chain. Yeah, like to see it. Stand, sit. One day I was on the basketball court playing ball. I heard this unusual voice squeak out a call. There was no one around but this old-looking man. He was standing there on the bench and feeding the birds out of his hands. He came up to the court with this funny-looking grin. He told me that God has told him to come because I was living in sin. So I kept shooting and running after my ball, not really paying attention to this man at all. He kept on saying that one day I truly would be blessed, not thinking that this might be God's way of putting me through a test. So I spoke and I told the old man to let it be. The old man kept speaking and called out my name like he had known me. I just stopped in my tracks and gave this confused stare. He peeped back and said, yes, God cares. Then he asked me if we could take a short walk. I said yes, and he began to talk. The more he talked, the more I heard this loud chirping sound coming from the mouth of a bird. I kept listening to the bird chirping and gazing up to the sky. The old man kept talking. It felt like time had passed me by. I found myself standing by the bench with the old-looking man. It seemed like we had traveled miles because my shoes were covered with sand. He told me if I believed in God and his righteousness, that my shoes would last. That it wouldn't seem like I traveled so far if I took his path. The old man kept talking about the ungodly shall perish someday, and that I would have to choose or my blessings would fade away. I listened to the old man so much that he kept hitting all the points in my life that were bad, that I found myself sitting, looking upward and meditating so long that the day turned to night. When I came down, the old-looking man was nowhere in sight. My mind was at a standstill with nowhere to roam. As I sit there, it felt like I was finally at home. My girl. My girl really thinks she's slick, but when she's not around, I do get sick. She treats me and my body not so nice. She has this grip on my life. When she's around, I have no clue. She tries to control me and tell me what to do. She just uses me for a fling. Got me looking lost and doing stupid things. But I'm hooked on her like bees make honey. I can't believe how she takes all of my money. It's as if she hypnotized me with her magic potion. She got me biting my lips and having convulsions. It really doesn't make sense how she got me behind in my rent. Got me selling everything out of my home. Sitting next to the window, all alone. My mind began to go on the wrong. My girl knows she has me marked. got me hiding away in the dark. She got me so entwined in her that I can't even eat. How did we meet? I think it was on the streets. Or maybe it was at a friend's party. We was drinking and being naughty. Somehow I got to her very deep. When she come around, all I do is sleep. I don't want to work. When she leaves, my body just hurt. When she comes back, I get lazy. She has me confused and going crazy. Got me turning against my mother. She tells me I won't love another. And it's really not fair how she got me seeing objects that are not there. My girl told me to be aware that she could strip me bare. It feels like the end. She has scared off all my friends. Now she tells me that I'm not hers to claim, that she got more people to tame, and that I'm not the only one caught up in her game. Beware, she's not Mary Jane. My girl name is cocaine. The man that is in me. I'm startled by the way that I can be, for it's the man that is in me. It's like I'm the volcano and devil's the fire. He tries to burn me down, but my soul lifts me higher. Through all the turmoil and chaos, I still remain this mountain that stands through all the pain. He builds and molds his willpower to be, for it is the man that is in me. It's the blessing that I found that keeps me standing on solid ground. It leaves the beast puzzled and ashamed while my hand is raised at the end of the game. For I'm startled by the way that I can be, for it is the man that is in me that keeps me prepared for his return. He's not done as the world turns. You know, the devil has trick and conniving ways, but in my mind, my confidence stays. So I put on my battle uniform and I look him into the eye. I battle with him until the day that I die. When I'm gone, I leave knowing I've done my best. And when I reach heaven and shake God's hand, I know I passed the test. For I'm startled by the way that I can be. For it is the man that is in me. Dying off of the black male. I got this real sad story to tell. It concerns the dying off of our black males. It really cripples me how this place favors the skin of pale. Always trying to leave us trying to escape the system of bail. Raising up in these projects and these ghettos that is really not well. For my black brothers, I hear this death bell. It keeps ringing and ringing in my ear. I feel the fall of our black empires near. I see all the corruption signs in the system that want to keep the colored folks in the blind. Trying to bury us to the point of no return. I wish my people wake up and see how my soul yearns. I pray on this hour after hour, anticipating the shift of power. But it's hard to get my brothers to relate. But we need to wake up before it's really too late. At this moment, the enemy is feeding us with dope, trying to destroy our mind and hope to see if we can cope as they watch us through a microscope. As my brothers deal this to each other, it's so bad to even give this to our own mothers, shipping in guns in by the tons, watching blacks kill each other with drugs for fun, then building these caves for these so-called crooked black males they enslave. So our female has this bastard child. Without the black male, our coach can't regenerate, so the enemy smiles. Quick to send our black women to school and not caring about the black male's health. Trying to destroy the little manhood that we have in us left, knowing that the man is supposed to be the head. By switching this role, our race becomes dead now. How our family's going to be fed. Giving our females first of the month checks that's only good enough to buy milk and bread. For the system is really like the mob, trying to keep the black male from getting a decent job. Then we have to resort to these wrong means, getting caught up in these bling blings, forgetting our roots where once we treated like kings. Now most of us like scumbuckets on the corner trying to sling, wearing Air Force Ones and Fat Farm jeans pulled down past the butts. Whatever happened to this fatherly touch? You was getting caught and locked down, for our child has to wait another 10 years before we come around. See, now we don't have anything to offer but struggles and pain. Our black male need to be tired of playing this stupid game. We need to get educated, which will help gain our respect that is just due, which will help tame this awful beast. Then one day, we can live in peace. By telling this beast he has failed, then long live these kings that we call blackmails.